So I never thought I'd end up here, but apparently owning land makes you the prime target for HOA nonsense. For context, I own 300 acres of farmland out in the countryside. Years ago, I partnered with an energy company to install a series of wind turbines on my property. It's profitable, renewable energy, and it helps keep my land maintained without me having to farm every square inch. My family and I live in a modest farmhouse on one corner, and the rest is leased for energy production. There is no HOA here. My land is agricultural and completely outside any subdivision. The nearest gated neighborhood is a mile away. Enter HOA Karen. Apparently, when she drives past my property, she decided the turbines were unsightly and claimed they were lowering her neighborhood's property value. Instead of writing me a letter like a normal human, she showed up at my gate with a clipboard, banging like a debt collector. "You owe the HOA," she snapped. "Those windmills benefit from our infrastructure. Roads, emergency services, property protections, you name it. We voted, and your fair share is $100,000 in annual dues. Payable immediately." I just stared at her. "Lady, I don't live in your neighborhood. This is private farmland." She smirked like she'd been waiting for that. Actually, per Section 14 of our HOA charter, any property that uses community-adjacent infrastructure can be assessed fees. You can't freeload while we suffer. And if you don't pay, we'll place a lien on this land. I couldn't help but laugh. Go ahead and try. And oh boy, she tried. The next week, I got a letter, on official HOA letterhead, saying I owed $100,000 in unpaid community assessments. They even gave me a final notice and threatened foreclosure. That was their mistake. See, I keep meticulous records and have good friends in high places: county clerk, tax assessor, and yes, even the state attorney general's office. I forwarded everything to my attorney, who was ecstatic. "This is fraud, extortion, and abuse of power," he said. "They've overstepped so hard, we could land them in federal court." But I wanted the fun route first. I called Karen directly and put her on speaker. "Hey, just letting you know, I've reviewed your notice. You're trying to fine me $100,000, correct?" "Yes," she said smugly. "Pay up or lose your land." "Perfect," I replied. "Because this call is recorded, and you've just admitted to attempted extortion. Expect paperwork soon." She went silent, then started screaming, "You can't sue us. We're an HOA. We're untouchable." Fast forward, not only did my lawyer hit them with a cease and desist and a lawsuit for fraud, but the state AG's office got involved once they saw how many fake notices this HOA had been sending to non-members in the area. Apparently, I wasn't the first victim. They'd tried this stunt with a rancher down the road too. The hammer came down hard. The HOA was fined hundreds of thousands for fraud, and Karen herself was removed from the board and slapped with personal liability for filing false liens. Best part? The HOA had to pay my attorney fees. Which means their dues went up for every actual member, thanks to Karen's little crusade. Now, every time I drive past their gated community in my truck, I wave. The turbines spin behind me, producing clean energy and steady income. Meanwhile, Karen hides behind her blinds, knowing she not only failed to get a penny out of me but also bankrupted her HOA's rainy day fund. And my wind farm? Still standing tall. Generating energy, money, and apparently, pure rage for Karen. Sometimes the wind blows in exactly the right direction.